The legislature is back in session. Good afternoon, everyone. We are now on item 18, the consideration of the daily file. First, we will go through the third reading file. First in the third reading file is Bill number 369-34 COR. Clerks, please read the title.
Bill number 369-34 COR, as amended by the Committee on Environment, Land, Agriculture, and Procurement Reform, introduced by Thomas C. Atta, an act to authorize the sale of a 442 plus or minus square meter portion of the O. de la Corte Street and alley in Otagana, contiguous to Lot 1000, Lot 1001, Lot 1001-2, Lot 1002, Lot 1006, Lot 1007, Lot 1008, Lot 1010, and Lot 2072 in the municipality of Hagåtña.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, nay. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, aye. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, aye. Senator Muña. Senator Muña, excuse. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, nay. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Augustine, aye. Senator San Nicolas. Senator San Nicolas, aye. Acting Speaker Terlahi. Acting Speaker Terlahi, nay. Senator Torres. Senator Torres, aye.
Bill number 369-34 COR received 10 ayes, 3 nays, and 1 excused. Bill number 369-34 COR is duly passed by the body. Bill number 370-34 COR. Clerks, please read the title.
Bill number 370-34 COR, as amended on the floor, introduced by Thomas C. Atta, an act to authorize a commercial lease agreement between the Mayor of PD, the PD Municipal Planning Council, and the Guam Telephone Authority for the use of Lot 5 New-R1, Block 2, Municipality of PD.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, aye. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, aye. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, aye. Senator Muña. Senator Muña, excused. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, aye. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Augustine, aye. Senator San Nicolas. Senator San Nicolas, aye. Acting Speaker Terlahi. Acting Speaker Terlahi, aye. Senator Torres. Senator Torres, aye.
Bill number 370-34 COR received 13 ayes, 0 nays, and 1 excused. Bill number 370-34 COR is duly passed by the body. Bill number 368-34 COR. Please read the title.
Bill number 368-34 COR, as amended on the floor, introduced by Talina Cruz Nelson, an act to amend Section 1004 of Chapter 5 of Public Law 34-116, relative to the fiscal year 2019 appropriation for conservation officers of the Department of Agriculture.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, aye. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, aye. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, aye. Senator Muñoz. Senator Muñoz, excuse. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, aye. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Augustine, aye. Senator San Nicolas. Senator San Nicolas, aye. Acting Speaker Talahi. Acting Speaker Talahi, aye. Senator Torres. Senator Torres, aye.
Bill number 368-34 COR received 13 ayes, 0 nays, and 1 excused. Bill number 368-34 COR is duly passed by the body. Bill number 357-34 COR. Please read the title.
Bill number 357-34 COR, introduced by Thomas C. Atta, an act to authorize Imagalahin Guahan to exchange 324 square meters of Lot 12-2 REM in the municipality of Agana Heights, Government of Guam land, with 324 square meters of Lot 12-9 REM-R4 in the municipality of Agana Heights, privately owned land, to mitigate an encroachment by the Agana Heights Sports and Recreational Facility.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, aye. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, aye. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, aye. Senator Muñoz. Senator Muñoz, excused. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, aye. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Augustine, aye. Senator San Nicolas. Senator San Nicolas, aye. Acting Speaker Talahi. Acting Speaker Talahi, aye.
Madam Speaker, I respectfully request that I be excused from voting on this bill for personal interests.
On the motion to excuse Senator Torres from voting, is there any objection to the motion? Hearing no objection, motion carries.
Senator Torres. Senator Torres, excuse.
Bill number 357-34 COR received 12 ayes, 0 nays, and 2 excused. Bill number 357-34 is duly passed by the body. Bill number 376-34 COR. Clerks, please read the title.
Bill number 376-34 COR, introduced by Thomas C. Atta, an act to authorize Imagalahin Guahan to sell the remainder portion of a Government of Guam lot 12-2 REM in the municipality of Agana Heights.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, nay. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, aye. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, aye. Senator Muñoz. Senator Muñoz, excused. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, pass. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Augustine, aye. Senator San Nicolas. Senator Nicholas, aye. Acting Speaker Terlahi. Acting Speaker Terlahi, nay. Senator Torres.
Madam Speaker, I respectfully request that I be excused from voting on this measure, again for personal interests.
On the motion to excuse Senator Torres from voting on this bill, is there any objection? Hearing no objection, motion carries.
Senator Torres excused. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, nay.
Bill number 376-34 COR received 9 ayes, 3 nays, and 2 excused. Bill number 376-34 COR is duly passed by the body. Bill number 380-34, clerks please, LS. Bill number 380-34 LS. Clerks please read the title.
Bill number 380-34 LS, introduced by Dennis G. Rodriguez Jr., Luis Borja Muña, an act to amend sections 122504 and 122505 of Article 25, Chapter 12, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated, relative to exempting criminal and civil penalties those engaged in the home cultivation of medical cannabis and extending prohibition restrictions and limitations over the same.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, aye. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, aye. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, aye. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, aye. Senator Muña. Senator Muña excused. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, aye. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator Augustine. Senator Augustine, aye. Senator Nicholas. Senator Nicholas, aye. Acting Speaker Terlahi. Acting Speaker Terlahi, aye. Senator Torres. Senator Torres, aye.
Bill number 380-34 LS received 13 ayes, 0 nays, and 1 excused. Bill number 380-34 LS is duly passed by the body. Bill number 361-34 COR. Clerks, please read the title.
Bill number 361-34 COR, as amended by the Committee on Environment, Land, Agriculture, and Procurement Reform, and further amended on the floor. Introduced by Thomas C. Atta, Joe S. Augustine, an act to amend Section 61208 of Article 2, Chapter 61, Title 21, Guam Code Annotated, relative to allowing the landowners of the strip of land east of Route 1 in the municipality of Jigo from Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church to Tract 9210 to voluntarily rezone their lots to Commercial Zone C.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, aye. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, aye. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon.
Madam Speaker, I ask to be excused from voting on this measure due to a conflict of interest.
On the motion to excuse Senator Espaldon from voting on this bill, is there any objection? Hearing no objection, motion carries.
Senator Espaldon excuse. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, aye. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, aye. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, aye. Senator Muña. Senator Muña excuse. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, pass. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Augustine, aye. Senator Nicholas. Senator Nicholas, aye. Acting Speaker Talahi. Acting Speaker Talahi, nay. Senator Torres.
Madam Speaker, I respectfully request that I be excused from voting again on personal interests.
On the motion to excuse Senator Torres from voting, is there any objection? Hearing no objection, motion carries.
Senator Torres excused. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, nay.
Bill number 361-34 COR received 9 ayes, 2 nays, and 3 excused. Bill number 361-34 COR is duly passed by the body. Bill number 350-34 COR. Clerks, please read the title.
Bill number 350-34 COR, as substituted by the Committee on Appropriations and Adjudication and amended in the Committee of the Whole. Introduced by Dennis G. Rodriguez Jr., Joe S. San Augustine. An act to add a new section 51303A6 to Article 3, Chapter 51, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated, relative to providing an annual continuing appropriation from the Recycling Revolving Fund to provide payment for a prior year obligation resulting from a 2001 license agreement executed by the Chamorro Land Trust Commission, CLTC, for the removal of 25,000 metric tons of metallic and other waste from Guam, and to recommending and authorizing the CLTC to make amendments to the 2001 license agreement.
Roll call.
Senator Atta. Senator Atta, nay. Senator Uggan. Senator Uggan, nay. Senator Castro. Senator Castro, aye. Senator Espaldon. Senator Espaldon, nay. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, pass. Senator Lee. Senator Lee, nay. Senator Morrison. Senator Morrison, nay. Senator Muñoz. Senator Muñoz, excuse. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, pass. Senator Rodriguez. Senator Rodriguez, aye. Senator San Augustine. Senator San Augustine, aye. Senator Nicholas. Pass. Senator Nicholas, pass. Acting Speaker Talahi. Acting Speaker Talahi, nay. Senator Torres. Senator Torres, nay. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, pass. Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson, nay. Senator Nicholas. Senator Nicholas, pass. Senator Esteves. Senator Esteves, pass, nay. Senator Nicholas. Senator Nicholas, aye.
Bill number 350-34 COR received 4 ayes, 9 nays, and 1 excused. Bill number 350-34 COR is duly failed by the body. We are now on brief extension of remarks in our agenda. Senator Morrison, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity to extend the following remarks as I conclude my third term as a member of the Legislature in Guam. Madam Speaker, 6 years ago, my family and I began a new chapter in public service, moving from executive branch administration to policy making. With the help of family and friends and the confidence expressed by the voters of Guam, my work as a senator began with a focus on key initiatives including improvement on public services using technology and supporting village recreation facilities and youth programs. In this short time, we've worked to lift up our families and our communities through a list of important legislation affecting public safety, health, and economic development. Together with the people of Guam, my office championed the legislation that helps pay for much-needed repairs to sports recreation facilities across our island that are maintained by village mayors, the Department of Education, and the Department of Parks and Recreation. Madam Speaker, the funds that are set aside every year for youth and community programs go a long way in keeping our children and young adults safe, healthy, and engaged in positive activities through team sponsorships and access to sports and uniforms. In addition to keeping our children off the streets and on the court and playing fields, we've also worked hard to finally elevate the discussion and recognize the urgency of integrating technology within our public service delivery system. It may have taken a bit long, but we were able to witness our first Chief Technology Officer and his team hit the ground running the past few years. And we finally established the Office of Technology as an important member of the Gov Guam family, with the independence necessary to strengthen our IT infrastructure and to prepare our public sector workforce and assets for the future. We pushed forward with legislation seeking to bridge the gap between our youth and many opportunities they have to succeed in life, thanks to public and private partnerships that are now authorized by law. In keeping with our focus on technology, we have also established policy that recognizes the importance of integrating video security systems as a proven and effective tool, a force multiplier in helping to deter criminal activity, and as a means to assist our island's emergency reporting system. In addition to our focus on technology and youth and community programs, our community in recent years called upon this legislature to take action on several fronts affecting economic development. With respect to the nearly $1 billion worth of road repair projects in the Village Streets Master Plan waiting to move forward, a majority in this legislature made the difficult but necessary decision to put the safety of our families before politics. The impact of this decision can be seen in almost every village with resurfacing work, pothole repairs, and construction of new streets and finally are taking place for the benefit of our families, businesses, and future economic development. From roads to planned large-scale housing development, my office worked closely with families, our colleagues, village mayors, and community advocates to highlight the urgency of establishing a single message against what former Governor Joe Ada, warned could be uncontrolled development. As leaders today and going forward, we have an obligation to follow the advice of the former governor, who emphasized the importance of, and I quote, preserving and protecting the natural beauty, natural resources, and the quality lifestyle of Guam, on Guam, while ensuring that we are able to bring the necessary infrastructural and service upgrades our citizens must have. Madam Speaker, as I conclude these remarks, I'd like to spend a moment encouraging our new leaders, particularly the incoming legislature, to build upon the work that this body and previous bodies have done to affect positive change across our community. While some may measure public service by the length of time an elected official is able to hold office, I consider policy making and public service through a completely different lens. Our time here, Madam Speaker, is limited and should remain as such, so that more of our people from all walks of life are able to participate and contribute their ideas to the legislative process. As a member of this legislature, I believe the 3 terms given to me by the voters of Guam were used effectively to prepare, discuss, and ensure timely implementation of key initiatives. Madam Speaker, although I end these remarks with a heavy heart, I leave this place knowing that I've done my small part to help move Guam forward. Although there have been times during these past 6 years that were challenging for me and my wife, Stephanie, and our young family, we made it through acknowledging the sacrifices our family had to make, and in short, good ideas turned into good policies for the benefit of all families. With that, Madam Speaker, I thank my wife, our children, Gage, Jewel, Thomas, Aaron II, and our Morrison and campus and extended families for their unconditional love and support throughout this exciting journey in public service. I thank my staff for their hard work and dedication, and for believing in the initiatives we represented as agents of change. Madam Speaker, I thank the people of Guam for the honor of serving our families as their senator. Sijus Masi.
Sijus Maasi, Senator Morrison. Senator Estevez, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First, I'd like to start off with giving my thanks to the people of Guam for the opportunity to serve them in the 34th Guam Legislature. Their vote of confidence was never lost to me, and all I can do is hope that history reflects that I did and performed my duties to the best of my ability and to the least majority of their satisfaction. I think it's been no secret, Madam Speaker, that I've tried and done my best, as was a promise to myself in undergoing this endeavor, that I would always try to maintain a position of fairness. And I think it's no secret to any of my colleagues or anybody in the government that my axe swings both ways as far as fairness goes. And most importantly, trying to be fair to the democratic process. And while that might not have always been reciprocated, I am happy that I was able to maintain my position and maintain my firm beliefs that the democratic process and how we do things is very important. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my colleagues for the opportunity to work with them and speak a little bit about my time with them and what I've taken away. And I'd like to start with my time working with Senator Morrison and how I really appreciated the advice and the consistent stance he took. It was of my belief, having worked with him, that whatever he did, he believed in. And regardless of how muddy the waters got, how difficult the road, he stood by his belief. He would not put his name behind anything he didn't believe in. And for that, I thank him for that consistency, and he has earned my respect and confidence as a leader, and I think it is a loss to this island that he will not be returning. To my colleague, Senator Espaldon, who I've nicknamed Clutch. I couldn't tell you how many times we've been in this body, and in my view, call it an experience, it looked like we were at a dead end. There was an impasse. And I call him Clutch because out of the blue, he would come with a magical amendment that would make it work, that would bring us together, that would drive consensus. And I think this key ability in how he views policy, looking for a road forward, that I also think that this is going to be a great loss. He's a great senator. He's a great asset to this island. And in my short time working with him, I am very sad to see him go and not returning for future service within the legislature. Acting Speaker Terlahi, what can I say? I do not believe there's anybody in this body who believes and tries to uphold and rebuild the credibility and integrity of this body. The discussions we've had, I can see the passion that you have for what our responsibilities are. And I thank you for the constant reminder of what our role is, whether I needed it or not. I appreciated it. And I think it was just indicative of your leadership, right? Keeping us focused. And I appreciate that aspect. I appreciate your stances. I appreciate our agreements, and I appreciate our disagreements on particular issues. Senator Nelson, strong, stalwart, stubborn. I to the same things that I said about the acting speaker. You're vicious, but in a positive way in terms of fighting for what you believe in. And whether we disagreed or not, you were consistent, and most importantly, you were upfront about what you believed in and where you stood, and I have great respect for that. And going into the 35th legislature, I'm very confident and happy and feel secure in the sense that both yourself and the acting speaker will be there in the 35th, ever vigilant, safeguarding the responsibility of this body and the people's money and the people's land. And so thank you for that. To my other colleague, Senator Rodriguez has always been also a mentor, provided guidance, very supportive, very welcoming. If I could say any senator who had such open arms in terms of bipartisanship and working together and bridging a divide, it would be Senator Rodriguez. And thank you, Senator. Congressman-elect San Nicolas, I think it's no secret we've had our disagreements in policy, and we may differ on some core issues, but just understand that I've always had great respect for those disagreements. And when you would speak, and I think we can all agree here, everybody listened. And that was important because it allowed for us to truly deliberate on the processes. But I'd like to say that the silver lining, I think, is despite all our disagreements, I believe Senator San Nicolas and I had always agreed on the need for accountability. And I think we both, even though we've taken different positions at times, have been very strong on that need in the government, that element. And I'm appreciative to have somebody else who was as passionate about that particular issue. It was also no secret that I didn't campaign on his behalf for Congress. But all that aside, that is now in the past. And I would just like to say on the public record before the people of Guam, congratulations to Congressman-elect San Nicolas. And he has my full support, whether we agree on policy or not, because his success is the success of us all. And for the good of the island, we must all come together. And so I wish him luck in his future endeavors. I'm sure he will make headway and do great things to the best of his ability for the people of Guam. That he has earned the confidence of the people of Guam, Therefore, he has earned my faith and confidence moving forward. And I'd just like to give a round of applause and congratulations. Senator Castro, Senators Muñoz, Senators Espaldon, Senators Uggan, Senators Lee, Senators Rodriguez, Nelson, Terlahi, and Senator Morrison. I just have to thank you. As a new senator, and the youngest one in the 34th Guam Legislature, which most people don't know, I know it hasn't been it's been difficult for all of my colleagues to work with me. I take some very strong stances. I have some very interesting thoughts that often stray at times from the thought processes of the body. But you senators not only listened to me, you heard me. And I am very grateful for the mutual respect you afforded me as a duly elected member of this body. It was never lost to me. You know, I know I'd say things and they'd go in one ear and out the other, but I truly appreciate, and I did take notice that even though we didn't agree, even though you didn't take the same position as me, when I spoke, you not only listened, you heard. And for me, that means the world. And so with that, and you know, I didn't prepare anything in writing. This is all, as usual, coming off the cuff from the heart. As I thank the people of Guam, I would like to extend my final thanks. Before my final thanks, a thanks to my staff, who has been very great, my staff of 3. Their hard work and dedication is an asset to the people of Guam, and I am hopeful for the continued service within this branch of government and their future endeavors. But the final thanks has to go to my wife Elaine and my daughter Livia. Thank you for their sacrifice, their sacrifice of time in missing out on a father and a husband. And while I am saddened and with heavy heart leave this body wanting to do more, but without the time, I am grateful for the opportunity to rejoin my family and give them as much of that time as I can back. So thank you to them for their sacrifice, to the rest of my family, including my in-laws, and my extended family, my friends, and all the supporters. Thank you for this opportunity to serve the people of Guam. It has been the greatest honor, despite any of the struggles and hardships. I wish the 35th Guam Legislature the best, and I wish all my colleagues the best in their current and future endeavors. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Fernando Esteves. Senator Rodriguez, you are recognized.
Afide, Madam Speaker. Good evening to our colleagues, to the people of Guam. I want to first thank our dear Lord for the blessing that He has given me to serve our people. This past 8 years has been the best, perhaps the best 8 years of my life to be able to serve our people. I want to thank my family, my wife, my kids, my parents, my in-laws, all my family for their support over the past 8 years, because really without them I wouldn't be able to do the work that I've done in the past 8 years. I want to thank my staff who are with me from day one, who are with me up to today. I want to thank them for the support they've given me, for their public service, for the work in working on behalf of our people. Thank you very much for dealing with me. People think that I'm a real nice guy. I always smile, but there's some days where Senator Fernando knows, he reminded me about those days where it can get rough. So I want to thank them for their patience as well. To the people of Guam, Hugway Zahaw, si Zeus Maasi, maraming salamat po and thank you. I want to thank the legislative staff. Sometimes, you know, we forget that these are the unsung heroes of this body. And so to them, to the clerks, the people in the back of the house, thank you very much. You know, people don't know that to keep this engine going, It's your work and what you guys do that keeps this institution moving. And so thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, to my colleagues here, the 34th, those that I started with on the 31st, I want to thank them. I want to thank them as well for their guidance, for their mentoring, and for their service to the people of Guam, because we know it's not that easy to do the work that we do. You do the best you could. You fight as hard as you can. You get into disagreements. You get into not so good relationships, temporary strains between our colleagues in here. But I know that we all know that all of this is something that we move past and we put behind us. And we know that even if you and I haven't had the agreements on some issues, that what we fought for was for the betterment of our people. And so that's what I appreciate the most about the work that we've done here. And that's what I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss the work. I'm going to miss to be able to work on initiatives that have positive consequences for our island and our people. But Madam Speaker, I know that I leave behind a 35th Guam Legislature, which you will be a part of, and many of our other senators will be part of, that really love Guam as well, and will fight for our people regardless of the odds. A lot of times, a lot of odds against the issues that we bring forward. But when you know deep down in your heart that what you're fighting for is right, regardless if it's for one individual, for one person, but if that individual, that one person is a victim of injustice, especially by the government, then please do your best to work very hard. Don't feel like you have to not work hard because it's just for one person. If injustice was done, you have to fight for that. That's how I was brought up. That's how I teach my kids, is that you help people when they're down, especially when you know that them being put down was done in a way where it's not the right way. And so I love the work. I'm not going to miss the politics. I'm sure that all of you here know what that politics is. But really, Madam Speaker, to our colleagues, to my right-hand man, Senator Joseph Augustine, has been a really good friend. We've developed this real sense of friendship. We became neighbors. Our office has been next to each other. I know that with you, Madam Speaker, with him here, with Senator Castro, Senator Nelson, Senator Lee, Senator Torres, Senator Muña, and the others that are going to be back here, Guam's in good hands. I know that. Even though we don't agree in all the issues, Guam is in good hands with your leadership, with the work that you're all going to do. And so I look forward to being able to spend more time with my family. And I'm going to ask for your indulgence now that right after this I'm going to have to leave because my son is performing in his Christmas play. And I promised them I'm going to do a better job in being a better father, being there for them in their school projects, in their school plays, and not to be late for those because we're in session or something else. But again, Madam Speaker, it's been an honor and pleasure to serve our people, the best people in the world. Si Diyos Masi, thank you and God bless you. God bless Guam.
Si Diyos Masi, Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. We're on brief extension of remarks. Senator San Nicolas, you are recognized.
Madam Speaker, I've lost my voice over the last 24 hours, and so I brought my proxy. On behalf of all of us, say hi, I'm Caitlin. Say hi, I'm Caitlin. No. Don't be shy. No. No, because you're going to be on TV. Look up there. Look, you're right there. So you want brother to do it? Yeah. Come. Say, on behalf of all of us,
on behalf of all of us,
it has been the honor of a lifetime
it has been honor on the lifetime to serve the people of Guam.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being more understanding and patient so in the work that we do. In the work that we do.
Thank you to all my friends in here.
Thank you to all my friends in here for your kindness and for your service. Thank you, Jesus, for blessing all of us. And ask that He bless this, and we ask, bless this house. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Terus maasi. Si Terus mayasi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Situs Maasi, Senator Michael Nicholas and family. On brief extension of remarks. Senator Espaldon, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, I've been with the legislature now for 12 years. For 8 of those years, I was served as a senator, and for 4 of the years, I served as legal counsel to the minority. And I look back to really where it all began, and it really began over the dinner table when I was a little boy, when I was much younger. And my father would always say, this island has been good to our family. And he would look at each and every one of his children and he would say, you need to figure out how you're going to give back to this island for all the wonderful love and acceptance that this island has given our family. The other thing he'd always say, and when he would look at me, he'd say, you're the one who's probably going to be in the political world. And there were times when I would question, and I would say, maybe I don't want to be in this world. And he would remind us, and he reminded me in particular, and he would say, being in politics, being in a position such as this, is actually a very noble profession. You might have certain viewpoints that are adopted from other people who look down upon the work of those who are voted into political office. He says, but if the service comes from the heart, then the profession and the work you do is noble. And I've always tried to approach my position here in the legislature and the trust that the people have given me in that sense. I've tried to always put my best foot forward to do the work, even if it meant reading into the night, into the early morning hours, just to try to understand the various issues that we need to try to solve. And it's been actually a very enhancing experience for me personally. I've grown. Some of you may know my history. I've done so many things in my life. I've washed dishes in restaurants and mopped floors. I've DJ'd at nightclubs, partied all night. I've been a farmer 5 years of my life, 6 years of my life, growing vegetables and flowers. I've worked in retail, opening the store at 6 o'clock in the morning, closing at 12. I've been an entrepreneur, having a restaurant and other operations only to lose it to a typhoon. I've gone through that headache. I've worked in management in the corporate world. I've done many things, and in the end, I really went back to school late in life to finish off my degree, because initially I was a college dropout. I wanted to find out what life was all about after 2 years of college, and it's like, yeah, college wasn't for me. But to make a long story short, it came full circle. I finished my degree, right, and then got married and did a bunch of other things, and then realized that at a certain point in time I would need to do something different. I would need to go to law school. And it was in law school that I really came to understand perhaps the value of being in the lawmaking process. And so when I came back from law school after having worked with the courts for a little while, I was encouraged by many people, my father included in his last days, to run for office. And I did. And I was fortunate enough to come in a time when my mentor was former Speaker Tony Ampinko. And he taught me a lot. I also had the pleasure of working with so many other senators who have since moved on to other lives or perhaps even have passed from this world. And they have enlightened me also in terms of what it really takes to serve. It's a difficult job. But again, and this is where the whole idea of growing a tough skin comes in. Because we are going to be criticized, and I think all my colleagues in here understand that. We're going to be attacked. We're going to have allegations thrown at us that we're not acting in the best interest of the people. And yet, a lot of those, you just have to let it run off of you. As long as you understand, as long as you know, as long as I knew in my heart that I was doing my best to represent the people of this island, to represent the best interests of this island. And I have always tried that to my best. I look back and I'm trying to figure out, well, what legislation did I pass? What laws have I passed or authored and moved forward? And to tell you the truth, it's kind of difficult for me because in my career here in the legislature, once we achieve passing a certain policy, I don't look back because there are other things to think about. There are other issues to address. So you just keep going forward, trying to improve this island, try to improve the policies. But top of my mind, and then one just flashed my mind right now, one of the early pieces of legislation that I was able to get through, and that still stands today, was, and again, as innocuous as it may seem, and as uninteresting as it may be to some, I was successful in passing the Guam Pesticides Act. And that was important to me because that really set the stage to make sure that our aquifer would not be contaminated with toxic chemicals. It would also make sure that any chemicals that were used on the foods produced on this island would not be poisoning the food. The law required training, it required monitoring, it required that also that all labeling of any pesticide, any herbicide, any chemical that came in had the proper labeling so that everybody understood how to properly use it. And that was important because in the end, having been a farmer, I understood how toxic the chemicals can be if they were misused. I know that I've done some other fun things. I know that I was the one who introduced the measure to bring FESPAC out here. And even though it may be under, in retrospect, there could have been a few things we could have done better, in the end, I really believed it was good for the island. And I think we look back, it was a joyous event, and people still have great memories of the coming together of the cultures of the Pacific. And there are so many other things that I can talk about, but I don't want to reminisce on those. What I do want to say is that I am thankful. I am thankful, first of all, to God for leading me down this path, allowing me to do His will as I constantly pray. Right? Just allow me to do your will, Lord. That is my daily prayer. So I thank the Lord. I also want to thank my father and my mother, who have always believed in me, but were very stern about what I had to do and how I had to carry myself, not only in office, but even out of office. I want to thank the people of Guam, especially those thousands and thousands of people who have always supported me, and even in this effort of me trying to step out, who were actually kind of disappointed that I didn't run this time. But that's okay. Of course, I want to thank my family, my wife. She's put up with a lot, and over the 12 years that I've been here, she has accumulated a 12-year list of honeydew projects, and now I think I might have time to attend to at least one or two of them. I do want to thank my colleagues in this legislature and in past legislatures of which I've served, because again, I have a better understanding of not only the process involved in making laws, but the breadth of issues that we are constantly bombarded with, because we are forever in a constant mode of evolution. Our society is constantly changing, and we have major challenges coming the road as well. And I'm hoping that in the next legislature and beyond, if I could be of any service to any senator or to anybody in this body, I would definitely assist. I will definitely be there if they should so call. I do want to thank the staff. They have always been very supportive of the processes, regardless of sometimes of how we treat or perhaps not understand how we treat them, or maybe even mistreat us. But they do their best, and they've stayed well past the hour after we have gone here in this session. Once we adjourn from session, they don't go home with us. They stay at least another 4, 5, 6 hours to continue the work that we had asked them to do. So I thank them in this legislature and in past. And I thank my staff, both past and present. If it wasn't for my staff, especially during my first term, who was probably the most experienced staff of all senators at that time, they allowed me to learn quickly. They taught me, they showed me, they discussed with me where laws have come from, why they were created, and where we should probably go with them. They helped me understand the various issues, because we all know that one of the hardest parts of this job is getting to that ability to be able to switch channels in our own minds so that we can address the various issues. I've said it before. In one meeting, we could be talking, say, for example, about Veterans Affairs, and right after that meeting, we go into another meeting and we start talking about natural resources. And once that meeting's over, then we have to go into another meeting and talk about the ups and downs that the tourism industry is facing. And then immediately after that, we might then go into another meeting dealing with other issues, whether it's healthcare, whether it's public safety, whatever it may be. And all those areas of interest to the people of this island are our responsibility. And that has always been the challenge, to be able to try to understand as much as possible in all those various areas that we oversee, that we have to make sure that the policies are sound in, right? That is the biggest challenge. And I believe that I have done my best in those areas. I believe that the senators that I have worked with in this legislature and past legislature have also put their best foot forward to try to understand the issues and come to a resolution on how we might make this island better. And it doesn't stop here. The next legislature has major challenges ahead of it. And like I said, I look forward to be able to assist in any way I can. But I'm not here to speak much longer, Madam Speaker. I'm here just to say thank you. Thank you to the people of Guam for the opportunity to serve. Thank you to my colleagues for enhancing my life. Thank you to my staff for educating me and helping me when I really needed it. Thank you to the staff. And again, I just want to say thank you, because I do love this island. I hope I have done my father proud in being able to contribute to this island's growth and economy in giving back in this way. I don't anticipate stopping giving back to the island in a way, but it's probably not going to be in this venue. That's not to say I won't come back. For now, I will continue to serve in a different way. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Senator James Espaldon. Senator Atta, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Well, I think everything has already been said. I certainly share the same sense of satisfaction that many of the other members have expressed. I must say, though, that probably the best remarks were made tonight by young Caleb, and certainly can't top that. But I would like to say this, though. I've served now for 18 years, and I knew I wasn't going to be in here forever. And the question was, when do you exit? And I think that during this last election, having seen the candidates or the new members that were voted in, I knew that it was time to go. I knew that it was time to go because we've got some new star players that have now been elected by our people. That was further reinforced, of course, by this last election. And I think that although next, the 35th legislature is going to be a very young group of senators, I think the dynamics and the mix of the senators that will be serving in the 35th certainly will be a very dynamic group. So I leave here fully confident that the people of Guam are going to be taken care of and that their interests will be certainly looked after quite well. I would like to invite everybody, though, to the public hearing that I'm having next Friday for the last land bill that I have on the Chamorro Land Trust. So everybody's invited to that. Yes, I'm serious. That's going to be my going away party. But it's also important, I think, to emphasize the fact that, you know, you're only as effective as the people that are surround you to give you the necessary support. Certainly from the clerk's office, from the central staff, from my office, they were very effective and efficient, and without them, I certainly would not have been able to do the kind of work that I wanted to do. And of course, my family for having put up a lot of things. Being in the legislature in the public light brings a lot of satisfaction, but it also pays a high price. And that price is the loss of your privacy. But, you know, that's a choice that we all make, to give up your privacy so that you can serve your people in a transparent manner. And so I hope that the people of Guam can appreciate that. But with that, Madam Speaker, I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to move that we adjourn this session, subject to the call of the Speaker.
On the motion to adjourn, is there any objection? Hearing no objection, we are adjourned.